Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel and this is Owl, and we are in episode 8 of season 7. Second video of the day because the energy is right. And that's actually what, Abraham Hicks talks about, which he says, act from alignment. Because I used to think about that. I'm like, okay, we should come, manifest from ease, manifest from a sense of completion, but shouldn't we act? My brain is so used to being in this overdrive mode that resting and not doing feels threatening, bizarrely. But I also, with increasing awareness, allowed myself to really try this out, to come back into feeling aligned, meaning feeling in harmony, feeling well, feeling energized. And when that energy, when that internal go signal comes, then I act, rather than compulsively acting out of a sense of sheer survival. So my energy was on and I press record. And in my last episode, episode 7, I spoke about the importance of our relationship with our inner child, introducing mini-me, about 3 years old. Same, but different. And how that aspect of ourselves is very much alive and asking not only for attention, but for our unconditional love. And that is the work of reparenting ourselves. As adults, we have the responsibility, which we don't always seize, but definitely the choice to deal, handle, and love the inner child in us differently, in the way that we'd always hoped we had been loved as children. Was that correct English? Yeah. It's never too late. If you haven't established that relationship or re-established that relationship with your inner child, I really encourage you to take that step. And I say encourage because it does take some courage. It definitely took courage from my part. And I'm pretty ballsy in a lot of sense. Over-review, whatever you want to say. Take that step because by reconnecting with our inner child, we tap into our joy, our creativity, our playfulness, our sense of aliveness and wonder that not only we need, but the world at large needs. That's why I always say joy is not a privilege, it's our birthright. Our essence is joy. We come from joy and love. And our task is to wipe away and take off all of these layers that buried that essence, which is always still there. Yeah? So reconnect with it, do your healing with coaches, with therapists. Remember, Magic Mel, coach, email me. And you shall be rewarded because nothing can satisfy, excuse my nose, spirit guides, nothing can satisfy you as much as feeling that connection with such an essential part of you, which is your inner child. So that was that, and I promised you I'm going to pull you a card from the Starseed deck, Starseed Oracle deck. Should I put this in there too? I'll leave it out. Okay. Allora, connecting with my Asgard team, your Asgard team, because we're connected. Asgard team, come on guys. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors, gods, and goddesses. Asgard with triple G. Asking for your guidance. What message would you like to share with the beautiful soul at the other side of the screen? Thank you for your message. What else happened, guys? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, taking these videos, I don't really plan them. I record as soon as my inspiration strikes. That's why you see and feel me in this energy. Although I also told myself I want to record also when I'm in a different energy or mood, so as to show you that I'm not one-dimensional, I'm multifaceted, multidimensional. But I do enjoy it when I'm in this frequency, and I hope you do too. Again, if you enjoy my joyful creations, you can support me via the PayPal link. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm encouraging you to do that because it shows your appreciation for my channel and because I'm still setting up my Patreon. So check out the description box of the video below. But let me focus now. Ah, it's too many cards, guys. Oh wait, one came out separately. Oh, this is the angels telling me, Magic Mel, you talk too much. Okay, I'm gonna take the one out that came separately. Ready? Ready? Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Are you going through a tough time? Are you? If you are, I send you my love. Okay? You're not alone. You're not alone. You'll survive this. Of course you're going to survive this. You're not only going to survive this, you're going to thrive. And you're going to look back and see how it fits in, how all the dots connect. You know, we can only move forward in faith and we can look back and connect the dots, but we can't do it the other way around. That's why faith is so important. Have the faith that whatever is happening to you has a meaning. You're not just a meaningless, isolated, floating body in the universe that's totally separate from everything else. No, that's the big lie out there. You're connected with everything. You're super, super important. And what you're going through has meaning in the larger scheme of things, in your alchemical journey. Because in alchemy is all about transmuting substances from denser frequencies into higher frequencies, or from one state into another state. So your pain, your suffering, your resentment, your anger, your guilt is, in that sense, fertile ground for something else to sprout from something else to bloom out of. It's up to you, though, to allow that process to happen and to direct some consciousness towards that unfolding or transmutation. Yeah? So trust that everything has its meaning, even though you can't see the forest for the trees at the moment, because we're in the thick of things, we lack that larger vision, that wider horizon, that broader consciousness. Yeah? And, you know, I watched this video of The Alchemist, Sarah Alcali. She's super cool. Sorry about my nose. If you don't know about this, my nose starts itching when I record these videos. Apparently, it's my spirit guides around. So I watched Sarah Alcali's recent video on involution and evolution, which is like evolution and entropy, order and chaos. In the universal cosmic sense, everything is like an inhale and an exhale. Nothing is static. So even the chaos is necessary for new life to spring forth, a reorganization of intelligence, new consciousness to emerge. That's why we go through these painful stages, because our psyche is being forged. Our soul needs to integrate these lessons to make us stronger and more capable, more mature, and more whole, healthy, healed. Okay? Trust in that. New solutions and beginnings, inner earth. And I like this notion of inner earth. It's like you have so many resources in yourself. Maybe you're not aware of that. By resources, I mean psychic, archetypal energies that want to work with you. You have everything that you think you lack, whether it's courage, ability, creativity, power. You have it in you. It's already in you. It's only up to you to tap into it again, to reconnect, to bring it up from the buried layers. You know, that's why we call it also depression. When we depress our emotions, everything gets buried and stuck. Trauma also, a traumatic event can freeze part of our consciousness and psyche into that. It splits our consciousness and fragments it and kind of congeals it together with the energy that comes with it. So, lost my train of thought there. But basically, inner earth, it means that you are a universe per se. And just like the earth is full of nourishment and resources, you have an inner earth within you, full of resources, full of qualities that are there for you to bring to light, for you to use, for you to discover, even though you don't see them right in the moment. If that doesn't apply to you, then good on you. But in my own experience, it took this digging up of the treasure that I was looking for outside of myself. It was all within me. But as we all do, we look for the treasure outside just to come back to ourselves and realize, oh, it's actually on it. It's we do the inner journey. Jung said, there's not much more to discover in the outer world. The next frontier is our inner world, our own psyche, our own soul, our own sense of self that is not just made of the ego and our consciousness, but the unconscious aspect, the shadow aspects. So you carry so many aspects and resources within yourself that imagine this here inside of you. Isn't that a beautiful, it's actually a beautiful image to meditate on also. Coming out of a cave and realizing there's this huge horizon with beautiful vistas inside of you. We can literally tap into, the vastness of the cosmos by going within and accessing these larger dimensions. But when it comes to healing, you have inner guides. That's why these archetypal hero stories, even what's it called? All of the, help me out, guys. Batman and Superman and Lord of the Rings, all of these epic stories, we're so fascinated and magnetized towards them because they represent the archetypal hero's journey. And you are the hero of your own journey. Have you read The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende, auf Deutsch, Die unendliche Geschichte? It's my favorite children's book, but not only children's book per se. It's full of fantasy and imagination, but it also talks about Bastian, who is the character who goes to this bookshop and finds the never-ending story, starts reading. It's this beautiful story about Fantasia. And at a certain point, the characters in the book are speaking to him and are saying, you are the hero. You need to come and save us. And Bastian's like, what the hell, me? Yes, you. You are Neo from the Matrix. So trust your own journey. I can speak to you from where I'm at now, but we're all in different points of the journey and none is better than the other. It's just a different part of the journey and individual journey that you must take. The beautiful thing of it is that people have gone before it and people have gone before us. People have gone through the dark night of the soul and back out of it. People have faced their dragons and their demons and made peace with them, forgiven themselves and the shadow aspects. Welcome the shadow aspects also. So if other people can do it, you can do it too. Just find the support you need. Healers, therapists, coaches, maybe, well, it depends where a friend is coming from. But friends and family, sometimes they mean well, but not necessarily the most objective people either. But basically it could be though, if the friend or family member went through something similar. It depends on the kind of resonance you have with the person, no? And experience the person had. But find the support. You don't have to do things on your own. Point being, though, that there's a beautiful, strong, nurturing, resourceful inner earth inside of you that you can tap into to help you through. A friend used to tell me when I was stuck in my dark night of the soul, she's like, Mel, you're stuck in the birth channel, like spiritual birth channel. Du steckst fest im Geburtskanal. I was like, I'm trying to come out. And she's like, you have to surrender to the process. I was resisting too much though. I was like, I can't do this. This is so scary. This is so hard. But point being that you can do it. You can do it. You're already doing it. Trust yourself more. Trust the process more. And trust that something beautiful is being born out of it. New beginnings, constantly being born out of endings. Okay? Woo, 50 minutes? Okay, what else? Oh, and I wanted to actually, totally went off track as usual, but I wanted to talk to you about something that we talked about in my coach meeting earlier. We talk about, okay, lean into your expansion, step out of your comfort zone. But I get it, it's intimidating. Our ego is like, no, we're staying right here, it's safe. And part of our other mind goes, yeah, but safe sucks. Familiar doesn't mean it's better. But ego says, yeah, but at least it's familiar. What I'm saying is, though, it's understandable that a part of us is resisting change, is resisting expansion even. Although we're hearing everywhere that, the universe is expanding and that's just the way it is, and it's better to go with the flow rather than to resist. But let's unshame our resistance, have some compassion for that part of us. And maybe we can reframe opening ourselves up to expansion to leaning into our curiosity. I feel leaning into our curiosity is slightly more gentle. It's not so overwhelming. Tell me, at least for me, it feels like that. Leaning into our curiosity is like following a little breadcrumb, just kind of taking one step. You know how the saying goes, all journeys start with the first step. So instead of getting overwhelmed with this, oh my God, I need to change my entire life and heal and do this and that, let's just breathe, come back to base, and say, God had a point when he gave us one day to live for at a time. One moment at a time. We don't have to achieve everything at the same time. It's okay, and it's even vital to take just the next little step that's manageable, that we can do, that is not overwhelming, that feels like we can exhale and relax a bit. And who knows where that may lead? Curiosity is also an aspect that our inner child, or a characterization of our inner child. Children are curious by nature, no? They want to go and explore. Allow your inner child to follow his, her curiosity. It can be anything. We don't need to wait for this huge lightning strike of inspiration to hit us. It's interesting because I used to travel so much in the past 3 years. I mean, obviously since Corona also, but for other reasons, I don't have the need to displace myself physically as much. Definitely not as much anymore as in the past. When I lived in Bangkok, I would travel twice a month. I mean, obviously because the city is also quite overwhelming. But I always had itchy feet. Here in Javier, it's a big feat for me to actually leave my house. And I have the garden, everything. But it's not even that. I'm more fascinated with my inner life, and I look at things close up more carefully. Small things that I didn't perceive in the past because I was so eager for the grand vistas. See what I mean? So if I follow my curiosity, if I'm just present and look around me, anything can strike my curiosity because there's so many things that I can re-look at, that can have another look at or a second look at and then perceive differently. It's a bit like reading the same book twice. It's a different thing now, or watching the same movie twice. Oh God, guys, sorry about the nose today. So ask yourself, what I want to encourage you is, if you feel overwhelmed with this whole expansion business and changing and transforming and whatnot, just allow yourself the spaciousness and the ease of taking a small step towards your curiosity. That's it. And see where it goes. It doesn't even have to lead to anything either. Not everything is a huge adventure. But the thing is, you never know until you take that step. This goes especially for those of you who are feeling stuck. What if you can just take a different step in a different direction? Just one step and see what happens. See how you feel. Be like a detectivo. What's that guy? It was a cartoon character. I'm trying to remember. I have a blank slate. Just investigate. Observe yourself. How do you feel by trying out something different? Just once. Just trying it doesn't mean you're comprometido, you're committing to it for life. Just try things out. Be curious. Stay curious. That will also help you to be more playful. Playfulness and curiosity go together. Playfulness, curiosity, creativity, and joy actually go together. But we can talk about these different aspects separately. So I really like that sentence. Instead of leaning into or allowing for expansion, let's lean into our curiosity. It brings it back to a localized, more manageable, more gentle, more right here, right in front of you now. And I feel we need to be more grounded and more specific and more aware of our everyday, right here, right now. and not get overwhelmed by the big things. Yeah. So let me think what you think about this. Reflect on it. Share your opinions in the comments box. You know I always enjoy hearing from you. And let's leave it at that. Short and super, super sweet, 20 minutes. Wow. I gave you your your oracle card. And for the next one, coming right up after this one, I'm going to pull a little short story for you. Okay? I like to chop it up now in shorter episodes, so it's not these big, epic videos. And remember, if you enjoy my joyful creations, I really appreciate you supporting my channel. I have the PayPal link, donation link in my description box below, or as a link. Super appreciate it. It helps my videos flow. And I don't know if I shared with you, but I'm following my highest joy, my excitement, and that is really producing these videos. And I'm cutting out other things. I'm trying to be brave, let's put it that way. I'd love this for this to be a reciprocal thing also, where I can, okay, my latest mantra, as I wrote down, and my latest belief that I'm practicing is that I can be financially supported by sharing my joy and by sharing my voice. And it's a broad thing, but Mel's Magic Official is a specific joyful expression of that belief. So if you feel so inclined, if you believe in what I do, in the energy I share here, then I really appreciate your support, just to put it out there. And if you want coaching from me, if you want tarot readings from me, I've got the description and the details in the description of this video. I'm excited to meet you, work with you, and collaborate. Okay, stay tuned for the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. And short story coming up. Hasta la vista. Hasta ahora. Ciao.